Brooklyn Independent Television.
Welcome to Healthbeat Brooklyn on Brooklyn Independent Television. I'm Dr. Monica Sweeney. Almost 30 years ago, AIDS started taking lives here in America. About 15 years ago, an effective treatment for HIV became available. Still today, more than 1 million Americans are HIV positive, and more than 50,000 become infected every year. The treatment, where available, can mean many more years of life, but it hardly guarantees a life free from medical issues or other serious problems. At Maimonides Medical Center, we see a program aimed at lowering those obstacles and meet a man who's fighting to stay ahead of the disease.
Hey, Sherry, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dennis. How you doing?
Very well, doctor. How are you?
All right, you have an appointment this afternoon with
Yes,
Dr.
ma'am.
Bhutan. Okay, just have a seat. I'll give her a call and know you're here.
Thank you very much.
Okay?
Let's see, for 15 years I've been ill, been on medicine for the last 8 years. For the first 7 years of my life, pretty much very strong. And then one day woke up to find myself coming out of a coma. And my first words to my doctor was, well, I guess I'll start medicine now.
Hello, Dennis. How have you been?
Very well, doctor, thank you. How have you been?
Good, thank you. How's the new year treating you?
Excellent. Yes, holidays were good. Health is fine. Eating well.
Okay, good. Let's see if you really are doing as good as you say you are.
Late 1995, a one-time date with a friend of 8 years. I was infected with the HIV virus. And in the beginning of 1996, I found out I was sick, and I met Dr. Chapnick of Maimonides Hospital probably March or April of 96. And I've been under Maimonides Hospital and Dr. Chapnick's care since.
I think given what these results show here, that it's reasonable to change his treatment at this point. The Life Forward program is something that we began on a formal basis in 2007, and the purpose of the program is to provide comprehensive medical and non-medical care for patients who have HIV infection. Well, I think what makes the Life Forward program important in its impact is that we are treating people with HIV in one way, the same way as people with any other chronic medical illness like diabetes.
I'll listen to your lungs now. Take deep breaths with your mouth open.
We do provide for the specific needs that are sort of unique to patients who have HIV. And those can include counseling, health insurance, making sure they have coverage for very expensive medications.
Yes, I'm going to give you some information about a program. It's a state-run program called ADAP, and they assist people who cannot afford to pay for their HIV medications.
It was important to provide both the medical and the non-medical services to these patients because there are a lot of issues associated with HIV infection that may not be as prevalent or as relevant for people with other medical illnesses. And a lot of these issues revolve around public attitudes to HIV and to people infected with HIV. So all of these issues are in addition to having to deal with a new illness and an illness that people are going to have for the rest of their lives.
One more time. Every single person that is or has been sexually active should know their HIV status. It's such a pity to miss the opportunity to identify the infection when it's present and treatment is so successful nowadays. Okay. Everything sounds good.
What was stated to me by Dr. Chapnick in early 96 was, we can't cure you, but we could treat you chemically. And voila, 14, 15 years later, no matter how many times I've been ill or how much I've hit the floor because of illness, they've propped me back up.
Any sore throat?
No.
Problem swallowing?
I've been very fortunate following doctor's advice and getting healthier.
Dennis has a very positive attitude, and he has decided not to let having a medical condition negatively impact his quality of life. And I think that's something we can all learn from.
Because of the guidance of this hospital, I'm able to still help the elderly. I help animals. I'm a very good neighbor. I deal with it pretty well. And people who don't know I'm ill don't understand I'm ill because they know my attitude of living. Success is I'm here. Happiness is this moment.
Brooklyn Independent Television on the BCAT TV network.